Hello everyone, we've got a kind of SUVAT question here in vector form. So it says a particle P moves with the acceleration 4I minus 5j meters per second squared. At time t equals 0, P is moving with a velocity of minus 2I add 2j. Find the velocity of P when time t equals 2 seconds. So the acceleration is stated as being 4I minus 5j. So in other words, it's a constant acceleration. So I like to write down SUVAT when I'm dealing with a constant acceleration. So let's have a look and see what we've got here, what we need and what we're trying to find. We're not worried about the displacement here. We're told that the initial velocity when time is equal to 0 is minus 2I plus 2j. V is what we're trying to find. The acceleration is 4I minus 5j and the time is equal to 2. So we can use the SUVAT that doesn't have s in, so v is equal to u plus at in this particular situation. So v that we're trying to find is going to be minus 2i plus 2j plus 4i minus 5j times by 2. So v is going to equal minus 2i plus 2j plus 8i minus 10j, like so. Let's collect like terms on here. So that's going to give us 6i when we combine those, and it's going to give us minus 8j. So minus 8j. That's going to be in meters per second. So that's the velocity. That's part A done. Okay, let's see what's going on in part B. At time t equals 0, P passes through the origin. At time t equals t seconds, where t is greater than 0, the particle passes through the point A. The position vector of A is lambda I minus 4.5j relative to O, where lambda is a constant. Find the value of t and hence find the value of lambda. So we've basically got a situation where the particle at time t equals 0 passes through the origin, but at some point where t is equal to t, it passes through the point A. And we're given the position vector of A as being lambda I minus 4.5j. So that's just a sketch, just visualizing the situation that we've got going on. Okay, so let's think about what we're going to do here. Again, it's still constant acceleration, so we're still in SUVAT territory. So let's see what we've got. S, that's what we're trying to find. That we're told is lambda I minus 4.5j. U is when time is t is equal 0, it passes through the origin, and when t equals 0, u is minus 2i plus 2j. So that's our u there. That's our s there. V, I don't think we're concerned about how fast it's going when it moves through there, so we're not worried about the v in this case. The acceleration is still 4i minus 5j, and the time we don't know, we're going to call that t. So it's going to be, the SUVAT equation is going to be that s is equal to ut add a half at squared. So our displacement is lambda I minus 4.5j is equal to minus 2i plus 2j times by t plus a half times by 4i minus 5j times by t squared. S equals ut add a half at squared. Okay, so that's good. So what we can do now is for the first bit, find the value of t. We've kind of got everything that we need actually in order to find out what t is, because we can just consider the j components. Okay, so if we just consider the j components, so let's make a note there. We're just going to look at the j components. Okay, so for our j components, what have we got? Minus 4.5 there, minus 4.5 is going to equal 2t, okay, plus 1/2 times by minus 5 times by t squared. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's times everything by 2 in order to kind of make this easier to solve. So that's going to be minus 9 is going to equal 4t minus 5t squared So 5t squared minus 4t minus 9 is equal to 0. This can be factorized. We could probably put this into our calculators, but why don't we just do a little bit of the old rainbow split just for a bit of fun? Here we go. So 5 times by 4 is going to, 5 times by 9 is going to be minus 45. So our factor pair would be 5 and 9. So we would have to have minus 9 and plus 5 in order for this to work. So we're going to split this into minus 9t minus 9, and we're going to have 5t squared plus 5t. So that's going to factorize into 5t, open brackets, t plus 1. This is going to go to minus 9t plus 1. So the brackets are 5t minus 9 times by t plus 1 equals 0. So therefore t is equal to 9 over 5, or t is equal to minus 1. T has to be greater than 0, so we can get rid of that one. So it's going to be 9 over 5, and 9 over 5, let's see what that is as a decimal. 9 divided by 5 is 1.8. So therefore the value of t is equal to 1.8. Now I obviously just factorized it manually. Let's just look on the mark scheme and see where the marks are in terms of this one, in terms of what you're required to do. So let's have a look, method mark. Yeah, so the method mark here is for recognizing that you need to put the I components equal to each other, okay? So I think if you basically got this, you're going to get your method mark, okay? And then the accuracy mark is for that. So you don't have to do it. It would be fine. You would not lose a mark if you put that in your calculator, is what I'm saying. So just because I've done it that way, don't feel obliged that you need to do it that way. It would be perfectly sufficient just to put that into your calculator. Okay, so now we've got to find the value of lambda as well for 2 marks. So if we come back to our equation that we had a moment ago, where was it? Okay, here it is. So we've now got to find lambda. So we could just write an equation for lambda. So what we've got, if we look at the I components now, we're going to have lambda. So there's our I component, lambda. And we're going to have minus 2t. So lambda minus 2t. And then we're going to have half times by 4. That's going to be 2t squared plus 2t squared plus 2t squared. And we now know that t is 1.8, so 1.8 is going to go in there in order to help us work out what our lambda is going to be. So lambda is going to equal minus 2 times by 1.8 plus 2 times by 1.8 all squared, like so. Let's see what that's going to give us. So minus 2 times by 1.8 is going to give us, that's minus 3.6, so minus 3.6. plus 2 times 1.8 squared. 1.8 squared is 3.24. 3.24. So therefore lambda is going to equal minus 3.6. So minus 3.6 plus 2 times 3.24, which I'm getting as being 2.88. So that is equal to 2.88 is our value of lambda. And that is that question done. So as I say, it was a SUVAT question there, where we had a constant acceleration, and we did not need to do any, kind of like do any integrating or differentiating. So yeah, quite a nice kind of like SUVAT question there. I think the trickiest part of that question was the recognizing that you just needed to just look at isolate just these J components here. So that I think was the trickiest bit. But once you realize that you needed to isolate those J components, you could solve for T. Remember, once you got to this stage where you've got this quadratic here, it would have been perfectly fine just to put that in your calculator and get straight down to these solutions. You would not have lost marks for if you didn't show that working out there. Then you get your t as your 1.8, and once you've got your 1.8, you're then in a position to basically work out what the I is. Perfect. Okay, well, I hope you found that helpful. As always, if you find these videos useful, if you could subscribe to the channel, that's going to help me keep on making more videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.